There's a number coming out this Friday morning that could quietly decide whether your retirement account has a green week or a red one, and almost nobody is talking about it the right way. On top of that, we are walking into one of the busiest earnings weeks of the entire year, with several household names reporting back to back. And the moves on these charts over the next 5 days could set the tone for the rest of the summer. Grab your coffee, sit back for the next few minutes, and let's get into everything that matters for the market this week, because there's a lot on the table, and I do not want you missing a single piece of it. Before we dive in, if you find value in breakdowns like this every single week, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. It genuinely helps this channel grow. It costs you nothing. And it means you will not miss a single one of these Sunday breakdowns going forward, right before the market opens each week. I put a lot of time into pulling these numbers together every weekend so that you do not have to dig through 10 different sources on a Sunday night. So if that is useful to you, subscribing is the easiest way to make sure it keeps showing up in your feed. All right, let's talk about where things stand heading into Monday morning. Futures are pointing higher across the board tonight. The S&P is up close to 0.5%. The Nasdaq is leading the pack with a stronger gap. The Dow is inching up too, and even the smaller cap names are participating, which tells me this is not just a narrow, thin move happening in one or two mega cap names. The broader market is basically saying that Friday's bounce wants to continue into the new week. Why does that matter? Because just a couple of weeks ago, we watched one of the ugliest unwinds in recent memory rip through the artificial intelligence trade. A massive, heavily leveraged fund blew apart. Margin calls hit one name after another in rapid succession, and stocks tied to chips, memory, and cloud infrastructure got absolutely hammered in a matter of days. It was the kind of forced selling that has nothing to do with the actual businesses underneath and everything to do with leverage getting unwound violently. Bigger, well-capitalized players stepped in and scooped up assets at a discount once the panic selling dried up, and historically, that is usually a sign that the worst of the forced selling is behind us, at least for now. My honest take is that the heaviest part of that unwind is done. That does not mean every single stock snaps back overnight, and it does not mean we will not see more volatility along the way, but it does mean the panic-driven selling pressure looks like it is easing off, and that sets up an interesting week with an absolute mountain of earnings on the calendar. This is the kind of week where being informed ahead of time actually matters, because the reaction to these reports could shape sentiment for weeks to come. Let's start with the one that matters most for anyone watching the chip space. Advanced Micro Devices has been stuck in a frustrating sideways range for almost 3 months now, with support sitting in the low 400s and a wall of resistance up in the mid to high 500s that it simply cannot crack. We actually saw a solid rally attempt last week, but the stock got rejected right at the moving averages and gave back gains into the close, sliding lower again in after-hours trading. Heading into earnings this Tuesday, the setup looks a little shaky on the surface, but here's the thing. I do not think there's a lot of room left to the downside. Sentiment around the AI trade got flushed out hard already. Leverage has been wrung out of the system, and that usually sets the stage for stabilization rather than another leg down. I will admit I owned this stock earlier this year and sold out, and looking back, I probably got out a little too early. But that is part of trading. You win some and you leave some on the table. What I am watching now is simply whether this name can hold the mid-400 zone through Tuesday's print. Analysts are looking for earnings per share of roughly $1.61, up from 48 cents a year ago on revenue near $11.3 billion, up about 47% year over year. That is an enormous growth number, and if management delivers strong guidance on top of it, this stock could finally break out of that multi-month range and put that ugly sideways chop behind it for good. Next up is a name everyone is watching for a completely different reason, a rocket and satellite company that just went public and has had a brutal welcome to the stock market. Down more than 50% from its highs and off around 30% since the start of the year, this one reports its very first earnings as a public company this Tuesday. And there is also a wave of new shares set to hit the market in just a few days, which tends to put more pressure on a stock rather than less. In my honest opinion, and this might not be popular, I think this stock has a real shot at dipping under the $100 mark before this is all said and done. For me personally, it does not get genuinely interesting until it slides into the $60 to $80 zone. At that point, you are not necessarily buying it as a long-term core holding. You are buying it because eventually something dramatic happens. A headline, an announcement, a mission update, and shares like this can rip higher fast on excitement alone. Analysts expect a loss per share somewhere between 12 and 42 cents, with revenue estimates ranging from about $5.3 billion up to just over $8 billion. This is a story stock right now, and patience is going to be the difference between a good entry and an Expensive lesson. Now let's talk about one of the biggest movers tied to that AI unwind we mentioned earlier, a major storage and memory chip maker that has been cut nearly in half over just the last month and a half. Think about that for a second. Half of the stock's value wiped out in about 30 to 40 trading days heading into its earnings report this Wednesday. That is the kind of drawdown that makes long-term investors nervous and traders excited at the same time, because moves that fast and that sharp usually overshoot in both directions. And yet the growth numbers being projected here are almost hard to believe. Earnings per share is expected near $34.51 compared to just 29 cents a year ago. Essentially a 90 times increase, with revenue projected at $8.39 billion versus $1.9 billion a year ago, up over 340% year over year. A lot of that explosive growth is probably already priced in by the market to some degree, so the real question on Wednesday is not the headline number, it is guidance. If management comes out with strong forward-looking numbers and the broader market mood is stable heading into that report, it is hard to imagine this stock staying flat, let alone falling further from here. If anything, a strong print here could be the signal that sentiment across the entire AI and memory chip space is finally starting to shift back toward optimism after weeks of nothing but pressure. Before we move to the next name, quickly, drop a comment down below and let me know which one of these 7 stocks you are watching closest this week. I read every single comment, and it genuinely helps me figure out what to cover next. Moving on to a ride-sharing giant that has strong fundamentals, but a stock chart that simply refuses to move. This name has been essentially frozen for months, stuck in a tight range while the business underneath continues to grow steadily. Zoom out to the 3-year chart, and it actually looks healthy, but zoom into the last few months, and it is dead money. And dead money has a real cost because that capital could be working somewhere else. $75 to $80 has been the ceiling this stock cannot break through, and right now it is sitting closer to the high 60s after briefly dipping into the mid 60s a few days ago. In my opinion, solid earnings alone will not be enough to break this ceiling. This stock needs something bigger, a major partnership announcement, surprisingly strong guidance, or some kind of headline that changes the narrative entirely. Analysts are projecting earnings per share of 83 cents compared to 63 cents a year ago, with revenue expected near $14.27 billion versus $12.65 billion last year, roughly 13% growth. Solid numbers, nothing explosive, so the real catalyst here has to come from somewhere outside the earnings report itself. Now here's one of my personal holdings, a dominant e-commerce and fintech player across Latin America that has quietly become what I would call a sleeping giant. This stock started the year trading between $1,900 and $2,200 a share, then broke down below that support and has spent the entire year struggling to reclaim it. On the chart, you can see a textbook cup and handle formation forming, with a wide open gap above, waiting to be filled back toward the $2,100 to $2,200 range. My average cost is in the high 1700s to low 1800s, and I am sitting on a solid gain already. This company is investing heavily in its future right now. And yes, that means margins and free cash flow have taken a temporary hit, the same story we have seen play out with several major companies making big infrastructure bets. But investors appear to be waking up to the fact that this pressure is short-term. Earnings per share is expected around $8.94, down from $10.31 a year ago, which reflects those investments. But revenue is projected at $9.76 billion compared to $6.79 billion last year, up a massive 44% year over year. When a company is growing revenue that fast while investing in its future, I'm not worried about a temporary dip in earnings per share. I am holding this one, and I genuinely believe mid to high $2,000 price levels are realistic down the road, though of course nothing is ever guaranteed in this market. If this breakdown is helping you think through your own watch list, do me a quick favor and tap that like button. It costs nothing, but it tells this channel that this kind of content is worth making more of. Let's talk about a major e-commerce platform that, honestly, has been flat for most of this entire year, right alongside several other names on this list. Currently trading around $117 heading into Wednesday's earnings report, the growth story here has slowed compared to previous years, but it has not disappeared. Analysts expect earnings per share of 40 cents versus 35 cents last year, with revenue projected at $3.44 billion compared to $2.68 billion a year ago, up roughly 28% year over year. On the monthly chart, there's another cup and handle pattern quietly forming, and the level everyone should be watching is $135. This stock tested that exact level just days ago and got turned away, the same way it did a couple of months back. That is major resistance. If it finally breaks and holds above that number, the next real gap fill target sits up around $160 to $170, and possibly even higher from there. Finally, let's close with a travel and hospitality name that has had a fantastic summer run. We flagged this one weeks ago in the mid $130 range, right in the middle of a major global sporting event that brought millions of extra visitors into the United States, and it has played out beautifully since. It is now trading around $150 with a clean pattern of higher highs and higher lows on the shorter term charts. Interestingly, this stock is still nowhere near its all-time high from a few years back, near $220, so there's real room left if momentum continues from here. The tailwind here is obvious. A summer packed with major travel demand across the United States has kept booking strong all season, and this earnings report should reflect exactly that kind of demand. Analysts are projecting earnings per share of $1.25 compared to $1.03 last year, with revenue expected at $3.58 billion versus $3.1 billion a year ago, up around 15 to 16% year over year. If the numbers come in strong and management sounds confident about the back half of the year and the upcoming holiday travel season, this stock has a real path toward testing higher levels from here, possibly even challenging levels we have not seen in a while. So there you have it. 7 names to keep on your radar this week: a chip giant, a newly public rocket company, a memory chip powerhouse, a ride-sharing name waiting for its catalyst, a Latin American, e-commerce sleeping giant, an e-commerce platform sitting right at resistance, and a travel stock riding a summer wave. And do not forget, Friday morning brings the jobs report with hourly earnings, employment change, and the unemployment rate all landing at 8:30 in the morning Eastern Time. The forecast is looking for around 88,000 jobs added, up from 57,000 the previous month, with unemployment expected to hold steady around 4.2%. This is exactly the kind of data the Federal Reserve watches closely when deciding on interest rates. So if that number comes in unexpectedly hot, it could change the entire tone of the market heading into the following week. None of this is financial advice. This is simply how I am thinking through my own watch list and portfolio heading into a genuinely busy week of earnings and economic data. Every one of these stocks carries its own risks, and the market has a habit of humbling anyone who gets overconfident. So please do your own research and think about your own risk tolerance before making any decisions with your own hard-earned money. What I try to do on this channel every week is give you the framework, the numbers, and the levels so that you can build your own conviction instead of just following someone else blindly. If you found this breakdown useful, make sure you are subscribed so you catch next Sunday's setup before the market opens. Drop a like on your way out if you want more content like this, and share this video with anyone you know who's trying to make sense of this earnings season, because chances are they are dealing with the exact same questions you are. Let me know down in the comments which of these 7 names you think posts the biggest surprise this week, good or bad. I genuinely want to hear your take before the reports come out. I will see you back here with the next update. Have a great week ahead, and let's make it a good one. Ticker Hawk out.